So let me just share my screen. So you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, Krishna Srivatsa screen. Yes, sir.
Hey, hi Venkat sir.
Namaskar.
Namaskar sir. So guys, with me is Anuj, who is the Exadata expert, and I'll just first guide you what we are going to share today. So this today in uh, give you some deep insights about the Exadata, some deep insights about this course, what we are going to do, and how we are going to proceed. So there will be two people in this course. I will be mastering this course, and Anuj will be there, who will be teaching this course, and will be doing all the hands-on labs with you. So now this course, see, I will not suggest this course for everybody. This course is for the DBAs, system admins, for the Linux admins. Now what this course is not recommended for the people who are from the testing background, who absolutely doesn't know anything about the database. So simply I would not recommend them this course, because this course is for a specific audience who are from the database backgrounds. Any DBA you are, anything you are doing with the Linux, anything you are doing with the storage, or even if you are in the cloud environment. So then this course is for you. It is not, if somebody is from the testing background, just type in yes in the chat window and your background, please. Maybe we can have a separate call with you to understand more about your background. But if somebody is from the testing background, somebody is from the development background, let's say Java developer or something like that, right? Or .NET developer. So this course will not be, I will not recommend this course to you. Okay. Because it will not fly with your career. I know that. So we will not recommend anything which is not suitable for you. So now this about this Exadata. Let me start with the Exadata. So Oracle Core DBA, yes, definitely. If you are at Core DBA, if you are Linux admin, definitely this course is for you, and you should know this. This machine has been there since past 2 decades, and this is not something new for you. I think you might everybody who's a Oracle DBA might 100% be knowing about this Exadata, and they are listening this day in day out. It's just that I'm giving you deep insights about this, how you can learn and how you can become an Exadata SME or an Exadata DMA, right? So what I'm going to, I'll just quickly forward, because I have only 50 minutes. So I'll just quickly forward with this session. So I'll give you a complete overview about Exadata. I'll give you some components. I'll tell you the path, how you can learn the Exadata. I will also tell you the available configuration and what is the difference between the traditional systems and Exadatas. And some features I'll walk you through. Okay. And also I'll tell you how Exadata has drastically improved the performance, right? And what is the business value adds, and then we will have some Q&A sessions with you to understand in what role you guys are. So guys, meanwhile I am just taking this session, it will be helpful for me. It is recommended for data analyst. Rupesh, I'll get back to you. Okay, I've taken a note, my team has taken a note of your name. I'll get back to you. It is, yes, recommended for data analyst. You can go for this course. It is recommended. I'll have a separate call with you, Rupesh. So so now guys, meanwhile I'm proceeding, please type in DBA, Oracle DBA, whatever profile you are, so that it is helpful for me in analyzing that how many students are from which field, right? So just type in the chat window. My team will look at it. I will look at it. So in this course, what we are teaching for Exadata, first thing is that we are going to deep dive into the Exadata 10, X9M and 10M systems. The latest is X11M, which we will also tell you what is that in X11M. But the latest is X9M and X10M. So X10M is majorly deployed in the market today. X11M is recently released, but that is not deployed. That is getting deployed. It has been prepared by Oracle, but it is not yet deployed to the customer. So that is why X10M. So you always know that N-1 is the recommended approach for any customer. Okay. In this course, we are not teaching only Exadata. We are not doing only theory. Theory is attached with the hands-on lab. And I know many people will be having questions on hands-on lab, how we are going to do the hands-on lab. I'll tell you later. So we will have some Q&A later. And this machine is a very, very costly machine. I mean, the quarter rack of this machine comes around in CRs. So that is why this machine is very useful in the big markets. I mean, big customers, enterprise customers use it, like SDFC, ICCI, any big banks, they use it. So now something about ourselves, what we do. So I have a community of around 10 to 12 people. We are technically technical experts. We are the SMEs, and we work only on Oracle technologies. We don't work on Azure. We don't work on GCP. And we have around 15 plus years of experience working on the Oracle technologies. So with me, I have around 12 people of 12 team, 12 members, and we do the consulting. We have many customers. We do the consulting for many customers outside the India related to the OCI, related to the database, related to the Exadata, and related to the ExaCC. This course is particularly for Exadata. Don't confuse it with ExaCC. Many people were confusing it last time. Okay. So now me, I have one more SME, Anuj, who has joined the call, and he will be the trainer for you in this course. And I will be mastering this course with Anuj. So Anuj, are you there? Hi Anuj, good evening. Anuj, can you unmute yourself?
Hello, Krishna. Hello, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, hi
hope
Anuj.
I'm
Hi.
audible now. Right.
So guys, we in this training we are going to provide you the expert sessions, and we are going to make sure that you get all the hands-on lab on the Exadata virtual environment. So this is a simulated environment where we provide the hands-on lab, and that will be there will be a part to it, how you are going to do it, right? And we will guide you once the people will enroll in the course. We will guide you how you are going to do the hands-on lab. So you are going to do all the sales CLI labs in the course, okay? So now, just few things about ourselves, me and Anuj. So me and Anuj have been working like past 15 plus years on these technologies: database, Exadata, ExaCC, Oracle database, RAG data card, Kubernetes, and DevOps, right? And we both have done many complex migrations for many big customers. And we have been, I mean, there are many students from my previous batch or a running batch from OCI, where we are learning, where the students are learning OCI, right? And there are many people who are from who want to learn Exadata now. So this is a brief description about myself. I'll just elaborate a little bit. So I have held around more than like, here it is mentioned 300, but I have till now I have achieved more than 500 plus people trained on Oracle Cloud, trained on database, and trained on Exadata technologies. And mostly the people are placed, right? And and also I work with many big customers. I have worked with like HDFC, I have worked with ICCI, I have worked with customers like Credit Suisse, I have worked with big customers like Singapore Bank. And mostly I am a consultant. My role is a consultancy role. And currently I have 4 to 5 projects parallelly running with such kind of big customers. So Exadata is installed mostly with the big customers, not with the small customers. Okay. So it is used with the big financial systems, and that is the bang on market, right? That is where you have to bang on, because mostly the customers are big. It is a costly machine. So mostly big financial organizations and telecom organizations use this. Also, I will tell you that top 500 organization, top 500, if you take 90, more than 90% of them are running on Exadata still. You take any bank, HDFC, ICCI, SBI, any bank, those are using Exadata. You name any big telecom, Geo, XYZ, Airtel, they are running on the Exadatas, right? And not till now, they are running since past 3 decades. Okay. So this is a quick introduction about myself. I'll give 5 minutes to Anuj so that he can give his introduction to you. So Anuj, over to you. Just give your a bit small introduction, please. Then we will carry on with the session.
Thanks, Krishna. Hello, everyone. I'm Anuj. All right. I've been like working with this Oracle technologies and any other RDBMS since almost more than 14 years. I've been working with Exadata from almost like last 7 to 8 years and has done a lot of deployment, what just Krishna elaborated. Okay, so as we say that we started this Exadata from scratch, we learned a lot, and now we've been like considered as an SME, taking up the projects, building up them, delivering everything with respect to Exadata, resolving their issues, and even it was like many time in many of our customer, it seems like they are not reaching out to the support which is provided by vendor, which is a cost license based, and they are reaching out to us. So we have formed our level with that Exadata skill knowledge. We won't say it's like 100%, but yeah, we are very much good with respect to that. Okay, so we are delivering that, and hopefully we'll be connecting more to highlight more our skills and cascading the same knowledge to you as well. That's what it is. Thanks, Krishna.
Thank you, Anuj. So particularly, guys, one important thing that we are not the trainers. Okay, trainer will do show you the PPT and go away. So we are the consultants, and we are working like on the hands-on lab. I mean, hands-on environment. We are doing the hands-on daily basis with the customers. We are delivering as Anuj mentioned. We are doing live projects, right? We have many customers, and we work with them day in day out. So we know the industry use cases, and we know how the industry is going on. These kind of courses cannot be taught by an trainer. That is my first take. Okay. So Now, let me move ahead. Many people are pinging me that I am Oracle DBA. Yes, if you are Oracle DBA, you should have learned it earlier only. Okay. And this is the right thing for you if you are Oracle DBA. If you are any other DBA, that is also right for you. So I will try to, by the end of this, like next 30, 35 minutes or 40 minutes, what is left, I'll try to explain that how you can build your career as an Exadata SME. So when I say SME, SME means who is the subject matter expert. Who is the subject matter expert for that particular technology, right? So our course is more focusing on making you the subject matter expert, which is called as DMA also. DMA means database machine administrator. So earlier you guys were doing the database administration. Now you will be doing the complete machine administration. Okay. So that is the role. That is the next role you should target. This should be the next role you should target. Database machine administrator or Exadata SME. Both are synonym to each other. Now, when I talk about Exadata, you first try to understand one thing, that what are some important points of Exadata, why this technology got into the market. So earlier, what was happening in the traditional environment, that we were having a data center, we were having a DC, where our database was running, right? And this was Oracle database, which was running on actually some hardware, some underlying hardware, which is a storage layer. Let's suppose this is a storage layer. So this is provided by some another vendor like EMC or HP, right? And this was running in the traditional environment. What Oracle did is, like, they did it 20 years back, and they came up with the first machine X1, which was not that successful in the market. And then they came up with X2 machine, which was very successful in the market. So what they said is that Oracle database customers were happy, they were running, but they wanted more performance. The customers like HDFC, SBI, who are having millions of transactions per second, right? They wanted some more performance system. They wanted. Venkat? Venkat, are you saying something?
No, nothing. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So what Oracle did is, Oracle made this whole engineered system. They said, okay, what I will do is, the storage is from another vendor. The hardware rack on which this database and storage is residing, this is from another vendor, right? This is, let's suppose, from HP. Storage is from, let's suppose, EMC. And database is from Oracle. So now the customer has to deal with 3 different vendors. And everybody will do a blame game to each other. Now what Oracle did is, Oracle said, okay, we will replace this machine for big customers to a new machine, which we will call as Exadata machine. And this machine will be having every component which is designed by Oracle. And what Oracle did is, Oracle did lot of engineering on the storage level and lot of automation on the whole system. Earlier, this database was only used to take the blocks from the storage and do any filtering in the database, in the SGA or in the database level. Now what Oracle did is, they developed a smart storage. They said, now our storage is smart, right? And it will only give the required amount of blocks to the database so that database can perform better. And this whole system, they called as Exadata, and they said this system will be customized, designed by us. This will be a factory customized system, which we will deliver to the customer. You will have to deal with only one vendor, that is Oracle. You don't have to deal with 10 vendors. Then they did a lot of engineering on the database level also. They did a lot of engineering on the smart storage. They did a lot of engineering on the cache level where the data is stored. They did a lot of engineering on the networking level. Even the switches and the networks are designed by Oracle, right? So we have an infinity band network, and now that is updated to the Rocky switches, right? So they developed an infinity band network which will be connecting these systems. So the whole custom system was designed by Oracle, and due to the automations, due to the engineering they did, this system actually flied in the market. And till date, this system is working. So in our course, we are going to deep dive into all these aspects. Lot of other components which I'm not naming now because I cannot cover those. Those will be covered in the training. So we will know that what type of engineering the Oracle did and how these components are working together, right? What is the science behind that? So that the customer is giving very, very huge IOPS. So IOPS is something, input output per second, how the data is getting taken from the storage and delivered to the database. That is called IOPS. And system performance is very much dependent on the IOPS. It is dependent on other factors also, but it is very much dependent on the IOPS. Now the latest X11 machine, what Oracle has given, it has around 27 million IOPS, which is far ahead that any system in the world. Either you compare Azure, either you compare Google, anything you compare. Even the first system, which was X2, which was very much popular in the market, was at that time delivering 2.5 million IOPS, where people were only able to deliver 50,000 IOPS. They were delivering five times better, right? And that is where they have made a separate space in the market, right? So technologies like Smart Scan, which is working on the storage level, they are scanning the storage and delivering the required amount of data. So these all components are working together for Exadata so that the performance is very high. So Anuj, you want to add something in here? Some important point for Exadata you want to add here, which you have seen in your career is a very important point for you and you like working on that.
All right. Yeah, like points. There are a lot of points, but just one thing that I want to highlight, like
Anuj, your voice is very low. Actually, people are saying that your voice is very low. Even for me, it is very low. Actually.
is it better now?
Yeah, a bit better. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's like you already covered the limelight of the Exadata, but yes, just would like to add, like when we work with this Exadata and its different components. Okay. So if I say when we'll jump to Exadata, it means our range of working which was limited with respect to database will increase, whereby as an
Hmm.
Exadata DMA, individual
Hmm.
will not be limited with respect to database. He
Hmm.
or she will be grabbing a knowledge of networking, storage and everything. So being a DMA, you are a whole and sole responsible of your Exadata rack. Okay, so it increases your it will help you to grab more knowledge, and also the more responsibility is gonna come, and that will make you understand more, learn more, and possibly if you are setting well, possibly earn more.
And the best part, what I well said, Anuj, because now the DBA will not be only as the DBA, they will be learning the network, the storage, the automations. And the best part is the guys will be learning the engineering behind that, right? So that is the best part which I like, that with our course, you will be learning how the engineering is happening in the Exadata, how they were able to develop this system, how the components are working together, right? So well said, Anuj. And I'll let me just move to the another slides. So now, guys, these kind of like I have a roadmap where I will say that you should. These are the important points for Exadata because this is a unified platform for the workloads. This is also cloud ready and hybrid, and it has hybrid capabilities. Now Oracle has come up with a new machine, which is a different course. It is not this course, and for that course, a person should know Exadata. Otherwise, he would not be able to go to that course. Point number one. Now, Oracle has pumped up this machine in the cloud, but the science behind that machine is same. That is Exadata, right? Also, this Exadata provides the customer with the seamless consolidation, seamless database consolidation. That means the Oracle, how the if let's suppose the Oracle was giving 50,000 IOPS, seamlessly they can migrate it to Exadata. No other changes required for the customer. It is a seamless migration for all the Oracle guys, for all the Oracle customers, and mostly the Oracle customers will migrate to this. And also, Exadata now has lot of AI and machine learning integration. Now Oracle has started injecting, starting from X8 systems, the artificial intelligence and machine learning integration into the Exadata so that they can boost the performance of Exadata. Right?
Hi, Krishna. I found out.
Hari, I will just, let me just finish for 15-20 minutes. I'll request you all guys note your doubt. I'll just, me and Anuj will clarify your doubts.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, this is why this is preferred by big enterprises because they want a maximum availability architecture. They say I can pay you dollars, whatever you want. I mean, definitely after the negotiation, but I can give you a good dollar money. I want my systems to be maximum available, right? I can't bear the downtime. Suppose a customer like SDFC, suppose a customer like SBI, suppose a customer like Geo, let's suppose Airtel, big telecoms. Can they bear the downtime? No, they can't bear the downtime. They will say, I can give a 10 rupees, right? If other vendors are playing on 5 rupees, I can give 10 rupees, but my system should be highly available and highly performant, right? So here comes the game with the Exadata for these big customers. And there are many, I'm just naming it like that. Now, Exadata has also come up with one new functionality, which is the Exadata Exascale. Exascale means when you can scale your storage online, right? Let's suppose you started with 50 terabyte of storage, and then you say that I need some more storage. So you can scale your storage. You can add 10 more TB in the runtime, right? And it has the industry leading compression like HCC, that is hybrid columnar compression. So in Exadata, there is a functionality where you can apply this HCC, and that can compress your, let's suppose, 50 terabyte data to almost, Anuj, what do you like to comment on this? 35 terabyte easily? What is your practical experience with this, Anuj?
Recently, I'm working with nearly 48 terabytes. So I'm going with that right now. But
How much?
48 is what the current count going on for me.
With 50 terabyte, 48.
Yeah.
But if we do a proper compression, I think 50 terabyte can at least
It's
compare,
achievable. It's achievable.
go to 40 terabyte at least.
Yeah.
Right. So here the data is compressed, guys, and you can replicate it to another machine. So there they can save the data also. Somebody wants to draw on my screen. I can give the control to you. Vijay Singh, you want to draw something? I can give the control to you. Okay. Thank you so much. So I'll just clear the drawing. So if you are thinking I am a Oracle DB, I am a system admin, I am a system analyst, I should learn Exadata or not. So there is no point of thinking about that. Okay, it is a proven system across the industries. You by self, after this session, you go and Google, you will get to know. Okay, after this session, you go and Google how many jobs are there, how many things are there. You will get to understand about Exadata. Now, what we are going to provide in our course is what is the path to upskill, how you can upskill, step by step path, step by step. So step by step, when I say step by step, you will get all the PDFs, you will get all the class notes, you will get all the learning material, you will get a LMS access, particularly LMS access you will get all the hands-on labs, most important, all the hands-on labs, and there are many hands-on labs built by us that will give you a real life experience. So whenever you will go for a job interview, or whenever you will onboard your new job as an Exadata SME, you will not be like thinking that I only know theory. You will be performant from the first day itself, because you have done all the hands-on labs. And we are the technical guys, so we focus both things. We do theory equal to 30%, practical equal to 70%. That is what we believe. Okay. But with this course, somehow it will be like 40 to 50% theory and 50% practical. Maybe you can say 50-50 with this course, right? But without practical, we don't believe anything in fly. So this is not theoretical. So I'll just switch on the slides fast because I want to come on the Q&A round. So I already explained you that it has a deep dive architecture. Oracle database is running on the Exadata. And now I'll give you some glimpse. This is a machine. This is an older image. This is a machine where you can see that where your storage is. Even the storage is residing here, right? So this is your Exadata Smart Storage. So storage is here and here. And here in the between, you have the infinity band network that is for the networking. And that is designed by Oracle. Now you have the database grids here, right? Where you can install the database. This is a physical server. So this is the glimpse of the Exadata machine. And you have other components like power distribution, switch, KVM, Ethernet, what we are going to learn. So you can understand that you will now learn the whole machine. It is not only database you are learning the whole machine, right? Now, Exadata architecture, this is a small glimpse of the architecture because we cannot cover everything. So here is your cell server in the storage, which is a very important part, which saves all the data. Here are the Ethernet switches, which is responsible for doing the networking, taking the network from here to there, right? This is a KVM switch. Then there are PDUs, power distribution units. And there are like infinity band switches, which is the heart of the system, which is responsible for taking the network from the storage to the database systems. And now this is converted to Rocky switches, which is more advanced. Rocky switches is more advanced now, right? So these kind of things we are going to cover. This is just a small glimpse of the components of Exadata, right? And we are also going to cover the patching in our session. I will give you the complete hands-on lab for patching. but somehow we cannot do the patching actually, because patching can be done on exact Exadata system, and we cannot give you the Exadata system for the training, right? But we have a simulated environment which will provide you for practice on the lab. But only this patching part we cannot cover, but we will give you the complete guide. If you land onto the environment, you can learn and do patching from there, right? Now, moving ahead, there is a complete plan of management also in Exadata. Now, many people will say that are you going to tell us how to install this machine? The answer is no. That is done only by the Oracle TCE team. They install this
Hi,
machine in the
Krishna.
customer environment.
Krishna, can
What we
please
are going to
pardon?
tell you how to maintain the machine. Yeah, Pawan. Pawan, tell me.
The last point was missed actually. Can you please
Okay.
pardon?
Okay. So what I am saying in this course, many people were asking last time, are we going to teach how to install this machine? No, nobody teaches that. You don't need to know this. Installation of this machine is done only by Oracle using a smart software, and they only do it. This is a customized factory product. What we are going to tell you is how you are going to maintain this machine, how you are going to perform using how you are going to raise an SR, what is an ASR, how you are going to manage this machine, how you are going to set up this machine. Means setup means you will also learn how you can set up a small VM or how you can play with the small VM. Most of the VMs and everything is installed by Oracle. So you don't have to do any installation, right? Like you do in the Oracle database. You don't have to install anything. You just have to plan and set up, right? And manage the monitoring. And there are whole lot of tasks on this. Installation is pretty simple. After that, task is more important because the customer production is running on this, right? And how you can perform the consolidation on Exadata. So this is the major items what you are going to run, what you are going to learn. Okay, just give me a minute. Just clear my drawings. So this is a monitoring interface. Now this is an important part in the left side, cell CLI. So this is the heart of the system where all the data is stored, and this is going, just give me a minute. Hello. Yeah, sorry. So you are going to learn the cell CLI. You are going to learn how the Infinity Band, this is a customer system. So that is why I've just commented on this. I cannot show you the names. And this is very important. This is the heart of the system. And you also have the OEM interface for monitoring the cell servers. You monitor the CPU, monitor the memory utilization, monitor the temperature of the system. So now you see the DBA is monitoring the whole system. It is not only creating the database, it is monitoring the whole system. This is a big jump for a DBA. When earlier he was only knowing to manage the database, now he will be knowing how to manage the whole system, how to manage the whole Exadata environment. So that is where the jump is. It is not only about database, it is about the complete system. Now, this is just a glimpse of the product performance. So lot of like different kind of IOPS are there and different kind of metrics are there, which we are going to cover in the course. And this is some networking components, which also we are going to cover in the course. 1 minute. Just let me clear my drawings from here. Just a minute. Okay. So this is the complete network architecture for Exadata, where how your Infinity Band, KVM, Ethernet, and PDUs are working together, right? That is also a part which we are going to cover, and you have to learn this. And that is a big jump for a DBA. When he goes into the network, understands what is the ILOM, what is how the Ethernets are configured, how these switches are working between each other, right? Now, this is just a glimpse of the cell CLI and a DC CLI. DCLI is something which is where you can manage using multiple cells. When you have multiple cells in Exadata, you can manage it using the DCLI. Also, you are going to learn, which is the most important part, that how you are going to do the migration. Let's suppose a customer comes, he says, I have around 100 Oracle database. I want to migrate it to Exadata. I need a consultant who can help me in deciding the migration path and the migration approach. Should I use Golden Gate? Should I use ZDM? What methods should I use? how I can plan for the migration, right? So we are also going to cover the migration techniques for the Exadata, that how you can help your customers to migrate to Exadata, right? Now, these are some important weight events for the cell CLI, which usually people get. We are also going to work on this. We are also going to teach you how you can troubleshoot the wait events when the customer is saying that the performance is very low of my system, how you can troubleshoot this. We are also going to work on these aspects. Now, second. So this is some high level migration approaches which can be used by a DBA or by a DMA. After doing this course, you are not a DBA, you are a DMA now, and you can work on the different kinds of migration approach, what we are going to discuss in our sessions, how you can migrate your database from on-premise to Exadata or from, another normal systems to Exadata. Yeah. Just give me 1 minute to just have a water, please. Now, guys, not deep diving into much into this. I will just show you one important thing. Many in today's market, where people are saying that lot of jobs are going, but the job is very less. I daily I daily used to hear that this job, Microsoft has fired this much people, um, Google has fired this much people, right? People say that where is the job, and these are the recent 1 day or 4 day ago, right? This is the recent job post taken by my team, and you can see how many jobs are still opened because companies in this Exadata case, because we only deal with the niche technologies, we don't will deal with all the technologies. If you say, are you teaching AWS? No, we don't know. We don't teach AWS. There's a lot of crowd right there. So we deal with only niche systems. Niche means where the demand is very high, but the supply is very low. And the technology is very niche in nature. That is where it becomes niche. And Exadata is a very niche technology. So you see the job, how many jobs are there? Lot of job openings are there in market. And for different experience guys, for 3 to 5 year guys, it is uh, for 3 to 7 years, for 5 to 8 years, right? For 9 to 14 years, for 9 to 12 years. So even if you are in any experience range, less or more, if you learn this, it will be advantage for you. Okay. Another, I will show you some more openings. See, sorry. Some more openings are there where you have principal technical. See, from Oracle itself, the openings are there. See this. Not with any other organization. So there is a very lack of resources, short of resources in Exadata. Even when I take interviews for Exadata, Anuj takes day in, day out interviews with Exadata. I think Anuj 50 out of one candidate we are able to select only, right? When it comes to Exadata.
Yes, around like that only.
So Anuj, what do you want to comment something about your interview experience with the people? Why the guys are failing with the Exadata interviews? How what kind of people you get? What knowledge they lack actually?
See, with my experience, what I actually like, when we talk about Exadata, like guys, when they just understand like there are some features they just learn and they just come over. Whereas in the
Correct.
market, when someone is asking for an experience, it shows like 9 to 12 years of experience. The understanding is at least they have an understanding of command line, do the basic stuff. Okay, which is not available. They just read the books, come over for an interview, and then it's not coming their way. So they don't have like technical experience with respect to what is cell CLI, like how to run the commands. Even like those who are the DBAs, they know how to add disk in the database, but they are not aware of how to add grid disk to the Exadata machine. So these basic things are lagging, and due to which we are not able to finalize the resource, and then we just suggest them to have some practical exposure. So hence in this our training we are emphasizing on all those aspects so that you don't miss that opportunity over there. That's it,
Thank
Krishna.
you so much, Anuj. Thank you so much for putting the lights on this. Now, when there are a lot of job openings, you just have to learn. And you just have to learn the right thing. You just have to learn from the right documentation because there is a 1,000 page documentation available in Oracle site. If you want, you can learn from there also, but that will take a lot of time, right? So what material we have is a customized material. Whatever we deliver is a customized material. We know that what you have to learn. Now, guys, you can start with the question. Meanwhile, I'll show you a quick roadmap, what I think is good for people to learn. If they go with this roadmap, they can easily get this role. So this is our roadmap for learning the Exadata, where we will first enable you with doing the hands-on labs. We will enable you to understand the Exadata architectures. Most of the interviews will be around the architectures. We will help you understand what is the role and responsibility of an Exadata SME. We will provide you all the learning materials, including XYZ, whatever you are thinking, you will get more than that. And a relevant material. Not everything, like not the whole word we will provide you. We'll provide you the exact material what is required. And how you can prepare. We'll do some mock interviews with you. We will do some Q&A with you. We'll provide you some questions, Q&A, so that you can prepare for the interview, right? And we'll do these mock interviews. Lot of mock interviews we'll do. Not lot of, but we'll do 1 or 2 mock interviews where you will get to understand. And in the class daily basis, we are going to ask a lot of questions which will be asked in the interview, and we know that because we both are also the part of interview panel for very many companies for Exadata. Okay, so now guys, I'll open up for the Q&A. I'll request you to please raise your hand. Me and Anuj will try to answer your queries, and I'll give you next 10 minutes to start with the Q&A, and then I'll close this session. So guys, please over to you. Please, you can start with the Q&A, and me and Anuj will take the question. Just raise your hand. I'll take the name, then you will start asking the questions. Any question you want to ask.
Hi, Venkat.
Hey, hi. Salim, my name
Hi.
is Krishna.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
No issues. Please go ahead.
Krishna, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to know which in the lab, which model of Exadata you will be using.
So see, this lab is not Exadata. See, all the Exadata models run the same commands on the cell CLI. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The commands are same. So this is not
Okay.
something where in the lab we are having an Exadata machine. It comes in CRs, right? So you can understand, we cannot take a CR machine. We cannot take a 3 CR machine to perform this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Mm-hmm.
simulated environment which will run
Mm-hmm.
almost 80% of the commands which are run on the Exadata in the similar fashion.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I just want to know, see, there is a major difference between X8 when it
Hmm.
comes to the ROC,
Rose fabric,
the
right?
network, Rocky, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So um, there are some commands in that, we can connect to the Rocky adapter,
Hmm.
switch, and, we can do some commands also, right?
Correct. So those
Yeah.
will be covered.
So,
Whatever is the difference. So
yeah.
we are going to cover everything. What is the difference between X8 versus
Mm,
X9 versus X10?
mm, mm, mm.
We are going to cover all this difference. So we are also going to cover how was the infinity band working and what is the difference between the row switches.
Mhm.
Hmm.
No, I suppose, there are some, I see, I can connect to the Rocky switch using the
Hmm.
putty, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So how, what all things I can do, I can see the
So for the
configuration and
Rocky
all this.
switches, see, usually the Rocky switches Oracle will handle to run any commands on the Rocky switches. Point number one, or even on
Okay.
the Infinity band. It is not recommended by Oracle to do this changes on the Infinity band layer. Point number one. But in
Mm,
our environment, it's a simulated environment where you will get the cell CLIs. You will not be getting the Rocky switches. I mean, it is
okay.
a switch which comes with the Exadata system, right? So we cannot provide that.
Guys, just
So,
to add,
mm,
all right, this is Anuj here. Just to
Anuj, go
add,
ahead.
see, when we are talking about a practical environment, what we are trying to do is what Krishna just said. We are not giving you an Exadata entire box or rack to perform the testing. We are just designing one clone environment, or you have understood a simulator machine where you can run some commands which are on day-to-day operations and related stuff like adding disk and what else we can do with respect to stopping the Exadata machines or relevant stuff. So just to be very clear in this training itself, that the environment that we're going to provide is a simulator machine. It has its own limitation. Yes, we will be answering all the queries and questions that we have with respect to whatever it be, but when we are relating everything with respect to the practical exposure, possibly we'll be having more detail, like we'll provide more detail what will be covered as part of practical environment. But just remove that myth if we are thinking that way, that we will be having entire Exadata box to perform the practical stuff, which will be having everything with respect to PDU, KVM, ROSI, HCC, everything on. It is as a simulator machine where we'll be giving a hands-on experience to do the day-to-day operations, and whatever been asked, whatever is possible, we can demonstrate. Whatever not possibly, we'll getting your doubts clear. Okay, so just to make this
Oh,
point very clear to everyone.
okay, got it.
Okay, next question, please. Deepak. Yeah, Deepak, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Krishna.
Hi, Deepak.
First of all, I just quick query, right? I don't have a rack exposure, so is this
So
course
if you
valid
don't
for
have a
me,
rack
or
exposure, I
how
got
can I
your I
improve?
got your point. If you don't have a rack exposure, that is okay, but we will provide you some PPTs for the rack to study, and you will be able to study the rack.
uh, I would like to add
Anuj,
here.
would you like to
And
answer
during
this
the
question?
class, how is it like?
Deepak, just one thing. I remember on the start of the session, Krishna said, Krishna elaborated like, this Exadata session is more relevant with the database, guys. His point of view is correct, okay, but it should not be considered that way. That the other guys, the developers who are willing to learn or really want to move to the database queue, they can't join this. Okay, so don't take the statement other way that they can't do. That is possible. Possibly the efforts might be more required for those. Now, coming to the question of Deepak, that you don't have a rack knowledge and you want to participate in Exadata, so that is fair. You can join the Exadata, and with respect to rack knowledge and something, you can grab the knowledge in parallel as well. And as and when you'll be learning the Exadata sessions, okay, you whatever the queries and concerns you have, we can resolve that, so that the understanding will get clear, and as and when you will move further, you will have more understanding with respect to, and you will be able to relate that with respect to your rack environment as well. Okay, and also in parallel, in case if you have a doubt, as what Krishna just said, that you don't have a rack understanding and some terminologies are coming which are difficult for you to understand. Possibly we can discuss, you can share your concerns and queries to our team. As and when we'll receive, we'll try to resolve that. Someone will connect you and possibly will share the document to get you that things understand.
Okay, thank you, Anuj. So Milind, next
Sure.
question with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Next
Krishna
question.
and Anuj, I have a question. Krishna,
Anuj, go ahead.
will you be helping us with that cell offloading processing, like columnar projection, predicate filtering, storage
Yes.
index
So,
projections,
so,
and
so most
something
of things. Anuj, would you like to take this question?
Arman offloading and data file initialize, some important things, right?
Things
The high level.
this will be covered. This is like whatever the terminology you said. It seems like you just everything. All those are like key terminologies, so they will definitely be part of our session. So answer
Yeah.
to your question is yes.
Okay, thank you. Because in most of the case I observed and come across in my earlier experience. Thank you. These are the high level things we need.
Yeah.
Thank you, Krishna, and Anuj. Thank you.
Sushita, you can go ahead, please. Yeah, Sushita, go ahead.
Yes. So how is the format of the lab or the training gonna be?
So the format would be, we are going to cover parallelly the theory part and parallelly the practical part. So both will go hand in hand.
And the duration of the training?
Duration will be approximately starting from like somewhere between 45 days to 2 months.
Oh, I see. And when it will be starting?
Classes will be daily and it will be starting like the next batch. We are planning to start in next 3-4 days only. So the classes will be daily for 1 hour. It can extend up to 1.5 hours also. And somewhere around 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. something like that. You will get a communication by the Learnomate by the end of the day.
I see. I registered
Mm.
to this session, but I didn't get any email. I hope you have my details, right? My email address and stuff. I don't know if the email registration send an email, but just make sure you include me. I'm interested in the training.
Sure, no issues. I'll take a note of this.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi,
Sushita,
Krishna.
can you please ping me your email ID in the chat window, please?
Yeah.
Whosoever guys
Sure.
are actually interested in this, I'll request you to please ping your email ID in the chat window, so that I can ask the team to get in touch with you. Yeah, next question, please.
Yeah. Hi, Krishna. This is Amreen here. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Krishna and Anuj, as you said, I am from 4G and 5G domain. I'm a professional into this with the 4 years of experience now. So I would like to get into this OCI and Exadata. So yeah, I don't know any. I don't have any prior knowledge of this database, but I would like to learn this database. Then I come to this side of Exadata and OCI complete structure. Do you recommend it to be good to go like this here?
So Anuj, what is your recommendation?
If
As
you
Anuj
are,
said,
if you are willing to learn, okay, as I
yeah,
already answered this question, you
yes, yes,
can definitely, but you know, like as you don't have a prior knowledge of database, okay,
yeah,
so this will be like, you know, bit, no, I won't say difficult, but like, you know, you will need to go by a process, right? You know, need to have some knowledge of exact database, and then you should jump. So you should follow that process. Like first, you get some knowledge of database, okay, at least basic administration, and then you can jump to Exadata. Why we are suggesting this? Because you know, when we'll be teaching the Exadata, we're not gonna discuss about like Oracle database terminology, so it will be difficult for you to digest all things. So yes, you can, but it will be like, you know, you need to follow the process, like, you know, going with
So
database the first and then further. Yeah.
perfect, Anuj, perfect. So see, here we will not give any wrong suggestion to anybody. Me and Anuj, right? We are
yeah.
not here. We are not seeking that there should be 100 students. We will not give any wrong advice to anybody. So what Anuj mentioned, I'll just redefine it. If you can see my diagram here, your path should be: you should first learn Oracle database, then you should learn Exadata, then you can go to OCI and ExaCC. So if you ask me, you should first learn Oracle database and Exadata. So first you should
Then
start with Oracle
OCI.
database. First you should
Okay,
start with Oracle database. Another
okay,
part I can suggest you, if you are from the 4G, 5G background, you can
yeah,
directly go to OCI infrastructure. You can
yeah.
directly go to OCI infra.
I was willing even kind of technical solution engineer in the OCI, the entire
Ah,
knowledge into
so,
the OCI.
so my suggestion is you go for OCI infra and then
Okay,
you deep dive your career with OCI infra security, right? More on the security part, more on the
yes,
ops and billing part, right? More on the
yeah,
finance part, right?
yeah, yeah.
So you go
So
with OCI Infra. So we are having the next batch starting for OCI Infra. For that, it is eligible. For Exadata, I will recommend you to go for Exadata. So this is the two paths you can choose. I will recommend you to go with Oracle Infra, OCI Infra.
okay, Krishna, while you have been working in this Exadata
Hmm.
with the biggest companies like this, even the
Hmm.
telecommunication has been getting involved in this 4G,
Yes.
5G companies has been there.
Yes. Most of the,
I
I'll
would
tell you,
like to add.
Geo,
I would like
Airtel,
to
Okay,
add
how
here.
could I connect with the? Okay, okay, Airtel. Okay, uh,
Vodafone. Let's take out of India, Singapore Telecom,
okay,
Australia Telecom,
okay,
right? All the big
yeah.
telecoms in US, all the big telecoms in Malaysia are
As
perfectly
there
running
are many regions of
100%.
Oracle. Yeah.
They are 100% running on Exadata.
And also
So
just to add,
being
Yeah,
in my same domain, can I get into this OCA infra?
I'll tell you
Being
one
from the
thing.
same domain.
I'll tell you one
Yeah,
thing. If you go into the OCI infra, na,
yeah.
you will ultimately first you learn OCI infra, then you can get
Okay.
into the Exadata architect Oracle database and Exadata. First you learn OCI infra. If you learn OCI infra with the 4G and 5G experience, right? You can get
Mm.
a good FinOps role or a project management role in the this big telecoms who are using this Exadata because they need people who have technical knowledge for the billing purpose, for managing the FinOps, managing the costings, managing the projects, right?
Interaction with the clients,
Correct.
customers.
Correct.
Okay,
So
okay.
for you,
So,
you to start with
uh,
Oracle database and Exadata is a bit typical. Go for OCI infra.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
for OCI infra, do I need to have a prior knowledge of database for that even?
No, you can go to OCI infra. You don't have to know any prior knowledge of database.
Okay, while I was speaking with somebody who is giving a this OCI training, they were telling
Hmm.
that better to go with a DB. Then once you're familiar with the DB, then it better to come to OCI. So
See,
I was a bit
see,
confused here.
OCI infra also has different levels. So if you are going as a cloud DBA, then you should have the knowledge of the OCI infra.
Okay.
I mean the database. But if you are purely going as an OCI infra architect or an
Yes.
OCI infra engineer, then
Technical
necessarily you
person.
need to understand how the databases are working in cloud. You
Yes.
don't have to learn the architectures of database. You should know how to deploy, how to manage the database in cloud. In that
Yes.
case, you can
Database
skip
is
that.
just a part of OCA.
Guys, can we cut short as we are extending? We are just got 2 minutes and there are a lot of questions
Okay, okay,
coming
okay.
up.
Thank you. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you,
Hi,
Nish.
Krishna.
Okay.
Over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Pawan, go ahead.
Do we have any scenarios like upgradation, database upgradation inside Exadata? We're going to learn.
So I'll hand
We'll
over
try
to
to
answer this.
see. Yes, definitely on a technical front, we'll definitely provide the documents with simulator. We'll see whether we how much database and whether we can provide and demonstrate the upgrade on simulator or not. But yes, on theoretical front and also with regards of steps and our latest on a latest front, what we have done with respect to upgrading the environment will demonstrate that, and we'll try to implement the same thing on a practical environment on simulator. But we'll see whether it's feasible there or not. Okay.
Okay, Anuj, but definitely the documents and the scenarios, everything will be explained, right?
Yes,
Not
yes,
practical
yes.
also.
See, as I said, like from database and see, when we talk about Exadata machine upgrade or patching, it's like entire stack.
Yeah,
Okay, so with
understood.
database, we are from that we can we can at least demonstrate on a practical front. Definitely storage layer and network layer not possible. So I won't commit right now, but yes, we are like positive that with simulator that can be done.
Okay.
And guys, please lower your hand after your question is answered. So I
Thank you,
think,
Anuj.
thank you. Now next is Venkat Sukumaran.
Yeah, hi Krishna.
Hi.
See for this Exadata, you said
Hmm.
like this. These are all simulators. So if I'm not wrong, these are all the VMs that we are going to use locally, right? So will you help us in no setting up the VMs locally if we have a server? Because I
No,
have a local server.
no, we
With the
cannot. We cannot. Sorry, we cannot. This is
okay.
a customized machine. Only few people in this whole world are able to create this machine. And we have spent years and nights cracking this machine. And it is not allowed also by Oracle to share the simulator to anybody, even if a person is able to crack it.
Got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
But we will provide you the complete lab access. Seamlessly, your lab will work. Don't worry.
Sure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, Shiva Kumar, next question, please. Venkat, you can lower your hand, please.
Yes.
Shiva? Yeah, please go ahead. I think this is the last question we'll take up and then we'll wind up this call. Go ahead, Shiva. Okay. Then
Sir, can I ask one
Gopal,
question
please go ahead.
before you end?
Pardon?
Can I ask one question before you end up the session?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, what kind of training do you guys will give us on the Exadata machine? I'm still confused. Like, what kind of training it would be?
What kind of training means?
Sir, on which kind of machines?
So this is a VM simulator. This is a simulated machine built on the VM, right? Combining multiple VMs, right?
Okay.
And there's a cracked image of the cell server lying behind it, right? So ultimately, what you have to understand, building this machine is not easy. It takes a lot of time for a person to build, right? And this will help you to learn 80, this will help you to run exact 80% commands of the Exadata, what you are going to run in the live environment. So that is why we are calling it simulated. It is not 100% same, but you can run all the commands.
Similar. Okay.
Similar commands, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So I think I'd like to close this session now. Whosoever is interested, I'm getting many pings. Many people have registered. Many people have their name.
Please, can you give me just 1 second?
Pardon?
Go on about.
Yeah. Can you give me just 1 minute? Let me say 1 minute. Let me ask my own question.
Please go ahead.
I joined late. I'm just. Yeah, I actually joined the class late. I'm sorry, I didn't really meet up with the time.
No problem.
Different. Yeah. So my sole concern is what is really the major difference with the ordinary Oracle database and Exadata. Is it this Exadata? Is it incorporated with the regular Oracle database, or it is
this
like
is an okay.
Sorry.
So Anuj, would you like to answer this, or should I go ahead?
About just to in a funny way, if I would like to answer that. For that understanding, you should join the training. Okay. Anyway. Okay. All right. Still, I'll give you just a quick understanding. See, when we talk about Oracle database, it's just a database machine, and when we are talking about Exadata, it's entire engineered system. So if you're talking about the database, the network is possibly might be of Cisco, or like storage might be of Hitachi, like all different components. So when we talk about Exadata, it's like complete engineered system coming from Oracle, and when you are working with an Exadata.
Sorry. Sorry, some background noise was coming. Can you please unmute yourself, Anuj, again?
Is it okay now?
Yeah, okay. Please go.
All right. I'm not sure. So about the understanding here is like when we talk about Exadata machine means entire engineered system where we as a team, the one who's working on that looks after entire stack with respect to storage, network, and everything. And when we compare it with database, it's just a part of Exadata, a subset of Exadata where we look only after the database and even not at a network layer or hardware layer. Okay, so it's a very big thing when we talk about Exadata, where we'll be having a full understanding of entire Exadata rack, which includes all the aspects, compared to Oracle DBA, where we just learn only specific to Oracle database. I hope this is a high level understanding, but must be able to grasp what exactly we want to convey here when it's the difference between Exadata and Oracle database.
Okay, yeah, thank you.